Okay, Wednesday, September 16th. This is your Bring Me the News Novak Weather Update. We're talking about some dry and cool Canadian air now that is spilling into the upper Midwest. It's going to be with us through the end of this week before we then start a gradual warm-up the way it appears this weekend. We'll take a peek at this weekend in this update. But currently, the visible satellite clearly shows that we have that Canadian air now with a north to northwest flow dominating Minnesota and the Dakotas and northwestern Wisconsin. Along with that comes these puffy cumulus clouds as the air in the lower and middle layers of our atmosphere are colder now than they were the last couple of days, and that creates an unstable environment, and hence we get these cumulus clouds that develop with the heat of the day, and then these clouds will dissipate as we get into this evening. And of course, we'll then cool off. All right, here's a jet stream, the river of air now at 30 to 35,000 feet, and you can see, at least as we get into this evening and overnight tonight and into tomorrow, you can see that our winds are coming out of the northwest again now, straight from Alberta and Saskatchewan, and we stay in this flow of a north to northwest flow even as we go into Friday. It's not until we get into early this weekend that you see our winds start to come back out of the west-southwest. So no doubt that with the river of air coming out of Canada, at least for the next 24 to 48 hours, we're going to be cool, cooler than normal. Average high for this time of the year is in the lower 70s, and I think we're going to be stuck in the 60s here now as we go through Friday. Along with that, we're going to have this dry air in place. It's been pretty dry here for the last several days, and look at what happens to our dew points now as we go through not only this afternoon. You can see higher dew point air now located south of Minnesota, with dew points in the 60s in eastern Iowa and Illinois, but that air is just going to continue to head south and east, and we're going to be left with this really cold, or I should say cool, dry air now over the upper Midwest as we go into Thursday and Friday. Again, look at the dry air just plowing down through Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin out of Canada. And yes, again, that air is going to stick with us not only into Thursday, but also, as you can see, even into Friday. It looks like some real dry air in place. And it's not until early this weekend that you start to see dew points recover at least a little bit, especially over the Dakotas as winds start to turn out of the south once we get into Saturday. Speaking of the weekend, we're going to show you at least a warming trend that's going to happen. Currently here, these are the temperatures in the lower layers of our atmosphere from the European computer model guidance. And here we are for Friday, and again, you can see this cool air. In fact, some of it is pretty cold now over portions of the Great Lakes and eastern Canada, but that air is starting to move east as we go into this weekend. In fact, as we head into Saturday, you can clearly see warmer air in the lower layers of our atmosphere now coming up out of the desert southwest and into the Dakotas and western Minnesota. And eventually that warmer air does make it into Minnesota as we get into Sunday, with lower and middle level temperatures increasing to above normal values by Sunday and Monday. And of course, that likely translates to warmer temperatures then as we head into the weekend. And I think that's going to be the case here over the upper Midwest. So with temperatures in the 60s for later this week, we're going to likely get into the 70s this weekend, and some areas may even touch into the lower 80s. All right, that's your forecast from Novak Weather and Bring Me the News. I appreciate you joining me. We will have an update on the weekend weather as we get into tomorrow. Bye-bye.